This has been the most hectic before the show. I think in the hit like last week doing a live draft cast with Pat McAfee and his side not having any kind of audio was less hectic than everything going on in this pre-show.
There's just a lot happening. I will say that.
I mean,
it's been very active this pre-show.
All I know is I heard Judy say not once but twice, "You have no pants on." Oh man, welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. Also check us out on TikTok. Finally got on shadow banned. We'll talk a little bit more about that down
God.
But we finally got on shadow ban. Also make sure you check me out on, well, us technically, but I'm the one who does the stuff on the Twix at takeabreathpod. Also, real quick, I just want to share this. I'm very happy for us, and I know you be talking about this all the time, Judy, but we over on YouTube, we have 43 subscribers now.
What?
And I just want to say, like, honestly, I really appreciate y'all, and the fact that, you know, you probably just made anyone who did it either came across, said, this guy looks stupid, but I'll follow him, it's fine. And I appreciate it. I'm doing a terrible job of saying it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much for following us there over on YouTube. We love you. Okay. But, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Hold on. There we go. But I'm trying to hold it in right now, Judy. Like, I got a lot of love for the people following us on the things and supporting us in every way, shape, or form. But I'm holding in a lot of fury on the inside. Okay? Because the whole house this last week, right? The whole house had the plague. The EP literally has no voice. I don't know. I've never had that kind of sickness where it just takes your throat away like you're Ariel in The Little Mermaid. And then, no, it's gone. It's snatched. Never had that happen.
What's that medical term for it?
Shut the fuck up a kiss. Oh wait, no, that's from Harry Potter. Sorry. I don't know. It wasn't strep throat, and it wasn't the vid, okay? Because she went to the doctor. But I forget what they actually said. She's on like a whole bunch of different pills and cough medicine.
Okay.
So that's a whole thing going on. But yeah, so she was down for the count. The kid also, because he's patient 0, right?
Of course. It's always blamed children.
Yeah. So he hit the peak of his sickness because he's had a cough for a minute. So he hit the peak of his sickness, getting a fever and everything. And then on Friday, it got me. But see, it hit me like drive-by style, which it wasn't aiming. It just and so it just caught me in the arm, but I was okay. And I went home early on Friday. Like my boss was like, if you're not feeling good, you should just go home. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So I was like, okay. So I took a half day on Friday. But I mentally fortituded it so that I could just be healthy. Cause I was like, one of us needs to be healthy. So like I said, it was a virus drive-by. I took it in the shoulder, and then I Punisher style on Netflix. I wrapped it up. I put some duct tape on it, and we called it and I took over. I was the one who was running stuff. It was back to the good old days before the EP was here. Don't get me wrong. I love that she's here. But she likes things done a specific kind of way, right?
Of course, yeah.
But now she's down for the count, so it's just me. It's just me. Mano y me doing everything.
Ooh, she doesn't like that, does she?
Well, no, I'm just saying it was of course she doesn't like it, but she also doesn't care because she's in the bed sick, right?
Yeah.
So, but I'm taking care of everything, but at about Tuesday, my body started remembering that you're not built for this anymore. And I started feeling it shut down. And I've just been like in quicksand since then. And I'm trying, right? So,
yeah, it's like all that adrenaline kicked in first, right? And now you're just like,
Yeah, exactly. So I've been struggling since then with that. But the thing that's been helping me get through that is the fact that I've been good. I've been going to the gym. I've recovered from snapping my ankle. And I have been putting in the time.
okay, all right.
But it was the weirdest fucking thing the first day that I went because it was every awkward thing that could happen to me happened to me. I don't know why God is like, hey, you want to be healthy? I'm going to fucking test you though. You going to have to prove that you want to be healthy. You want to use this gym? You got to prove you want to use it. So,
okay.
So I get there, I park my car, right? Now, you know me, I like to get medicated before I go work out. It helps me zone for when I'm doing the cardio. So I lower the windows and I start medicating. Mm-hmm. And at which point, about 2 minutes into it, I usually like to do it for about 5 to 10 minutes. 2 minutes in, guy comes over, parks right next to me, right? Now, normally this would be fine because he would be on the other side of the car, right? But no, because I backed in. So now we're face to face, right? So I'm like, oh, God, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be the guy who's like blowing smoke in this guy's face. Fine, I'll just go. It's fine, I'll go. So I put all my stuff away and I grab my bag and I start walking. And then I realize, like, I'm doing this. I'm like, where are my keys? I gotta lock my car. And I'm like, I'm taking a step and I'm stopping. And I'm taking a step and I'm stopping. I'm like, oh God, no. I must have left them in the car, right? So I turn around and I don't know why, but this man's was right up behind me.
Did you walk into him?
I definitely impeded him with my stopping and starting. Like, it was like that. He had that look like, yo, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Didn't he just walk around you?
After I turned around, yeah. I think he was like worried that if he tried to move to the side because I was acting so herky-jerky about it, that I would like
get him.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's right.
Thanks, Dick. So I get past him there, and then I grab my keys, I finally go into the locker room, I change, I go upstairs, right? And I do the elliptical, but I like doing, at this specific gym, they have the kind where it's like, you do it with your arms too, it's the cross-country elliptical. Mm-hmm. And they have like 6 machines at this gym. And 5 of the machines were in use.
Oh, of course. It's like one right in the middle that's open.
Yeah, but guess who it was open next to?
Oh, your buddy?
It was next to the man who parked next to me. He definitely thought I was stalking him.
I mean,
right?
maybe, yeah.
No, not maybe. Like, the only thing that saved me in that moment is I was laser focused and not looking to the side. The entire time I was at the gym, locked in. I was like Seabiscuit. Horse blinders were on. I did not look to that man's side. By the time I had finished, I expected to see him right next to me still. And I was like, damn it, please, it's going to be so weird. He was gone. I was like, oh, I made it. I survived. I outlasted. Free at last.
Oh, no.
But then.
Oh, God.
I told you it's the most awkward gym story ever. So then I go and look, I know I got to work on the midsection, right? Like, that's the problem area. I understand this. So I go to the ab section of the gym and I do some crunches. And I also like to do sit-ups on the decline ab thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I go over to the one at my gym, and I obviously had never used this one before because I threw my leg up as one is inclined to do on the decline. And then I realized that it didn't have any kind of handle at the top. And I had a mental moment with myself in real time, and I said, you will get stuck. You cannot leave. You cannot put yourself in this position to be the fat guy at the gym who got stuck on the ab machine. You can't do it. So I then, while my leg was on it, said, nope. And I took my leg off of it, and I wiped down that part and walked away. So that's kind of awkward. And then the coup de grace. I go over to do some sit-ups just because I need to get something in. And while I'm doing the sit-ups, I get a phone call from the EP. Now, mind you, this is the first day I've been back to the gym. So your boy was winded, right?
Right, yeah.
So she calls me, and she's like, so you coming home? I'm like, what? What do you mean I'm coming home? I don't know. What are you talking about? And she's like, Asher has baseball.
Freaking baseball.
Fucking baseball.
It feels like every day you guys have baseball.
So Asher has baseball. Don't you remember? I was like, I thought it wasn't. It's 7:30.
It's today?
I knew it was today. I knew it was on a Monday. I'm not that bad of a dad, okay?
Okay.
But,
okay.
I thought it was at 7:30. He's like, no, it's at 6:45. I thought that was just a one-time thing. Because it happened last week. But I thought one time only. So I said it just like that. I thought it was a one-time thing. And I felt the person next to me just like, yo, I should be able to hear you through my headphones.
Yeah.
So from there, I just stopped my workout because I had his baseball stuff in the back of my car.
Oh,
so
I really thought you were going to say the person next to you while you were doing your sit-ups.
Oh, God. That would have been the fucking worst. No. I think he was freaked out enough after the elliptical thing. He just went home. He was like, I'm done. I'm good.
Probably. Was his car still next to you when you left?
No.
He probably did.
He was gone.
This dude's weird.
Yeah, he's like, I don't, whatever kind of weird dance he was trying to do with me in the dirt. I don't want to know. Oh, man. All right.
I love that. Okay. That was great.
So, Judy, there's been some issues specifically on our TikTok that I'm having with you, okay?
Okay. With me specifically?
Yeah. First one is, hold on, let me find it. And guys, yeah, it was this right here. So, you posted this TikTok, right, of me. Yes. And listen, guys, listen. I just want to say I'm really sorry for the way that. Look, I was just trying to be nice and say that I'm sorry that I'm maybe not feeling it. Why'd you pause it here? I'm getting to it. I just want to say, you look so disapproving. It's perfect. Like, so okay. I'm trying to be nice. Tell everybody who. That I'm just not feeling it, right? And our dick editor decides to paint me out to be the bad guy and just clip something to, okay, you could have clipped so much other stuff from the show, and this is what you chose. And then I get the fans yelling at me, proof not everyone needs a podcast, which, you know what? That's fair, but you put 3 E's in need, and also, how is this proof? Because I'm tired? Okay, no, that's proof that I probably need to eat more greens, okay? So he says that, and to me, I was just like, this comment is so lazy, I can't even think of a response. And then you betrayed me. At least we got a comment betrayal.
Am I wrong though? This will boost up our engagement on TikTok.
I'm just
We're all about the engagements, okay?
Yeah, but I would like to
good or bad.
I want to engage in I'm just saying you could have my back anyway. And then also
You were telling
was
me
it this
earlier
one?
about
Oh yeah.
someone.
Now we're talking about credit cards, and I got all these people coming at me in the. Like, there's so many comments. I haven't been able to read them. Okay, I haven't been able to read all of them. I can't defend myself from all this stuff. Okay, what is it? A ghost in the machine? Oh, that's anime, actually. Okay, I'll listen to you probably, but look, I'm just saying you don't have to come at me.
You don't have to yell at our commenters, aka our fans, okay?
Look, I said I appreciate them. I'm just saying, like, I was just expressing my opinion. Isn't, why does everyone have to come at me for that? Look, I am the Drizzle King. My people, I only speak in ways that make you want to feel loved and warm. But you treat me so unjust. I want fair play, okay? I don't think that's too much to say, fair play.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Fine.
Now, can we both agree though that I was like that some like actually, no, you can't say okay. I'm looking at you. Added me, you son of a bitch. At Ryan Harrison 1.
Yeah, because I wanted to show you all the people that were agreeing with me.
Oh.
And that I was
man.
not a unicorn who pays for all her stuff with her credit card.
I still think you're funneling money. Okay.
I'm not.
I don't know how because I don't do illegal money laundering, Judy. Okay.
I don't either.
I don't know. You're the one with 17 bank accounts and paying everything on credit. Okay. You know who you sound like? You sound like that chick from the Netflix show that Deceiving Anna or whatever it was called.
Oh,
Inventing Anna.
yes, Inventing Anna. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you sound like. You're just putting everything on credit. I'll pay you back later.
But this is actually my money.
And now you've got more ways.
She was stealing. She
Now
was
you've got
stealing from
more-
her rich people friends. Okay.
Yeah,
she
and
was
you're stealing
I'm
from the
not
credit card
stealing.
companies.
I'm not.
Yeah, because now you've got more tips and tricks or whatever with credit, right?
I do.
Is it
But
what
it's
you call
not-
it credit card fun facts?
No, but what the commenters made me realize is one point or one part that I didn't say about using credit cards is that if you use it correctly, it boosts up your credit. So
Yeah, no, obviously, but
no. But let me tell you. Okay, so
Okay.
let's go back. Let's go back to screen. I don't want to look at back to us.
Yeah. Okay, I like this, Judy.
Like, okay. So tips and tricks about these credit cards. Okay. There are 2 dates on your statements if you guys actually pay attention to these things. So there's your actual due date and there's your statement end date. So what you want to do is the way the credit system reports your credit is if you have a utilization rate, which is how much you use of your balance, right? You have to keep that under 10%. 10, under 10%.
Okay.
Did you know this? Because the higher your utilization rate every month means you're carrying a balance over and over on your credit card,
Mhm.
which makes it look like you're irresponsible to the credit system. Which, let me just say, the credit system's a fucking joke. But that's like a whole separate. That's a whole separate tangent for me. Okay, I just had to like really pay attention to this when we were applying for our mortgage, because obviously the better your credit is, the better your interest rates are, blah blah blah. So
yeah, you could get 7.75 instead of an 8.53. Get the fuck out of here with.
oh god,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
No, let's not. I can't wait to bring our guest on because I know they bought their condo at a good time. So I just need to ask about like their interest rate because girl, it sucks out here. I'm gonna just say that. Anyways, so you always want to keep your utilization rate under 10%. And you want that done by the end of your statement date, not your due date. A lot of people are like, oh, but it's my due date and I'm just going to pay whatever the due balance is. No, you don't want to pay your due balance. You want to pay your full balance. So,
well, yeah, obviously you want to pay your full pause.
And you should.
No. Because like I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you on the concept of what you're saying. But you just pulled some fucking billionaire bullshit type shit right there, right? Where a billionaire will tell you, hey, you want to have a retirement? Then don't go to dinner that one extra time.
That is not what I'm saying.
No, let me get there. Let me cook, man. Okay? Let me saute this bitch up.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry.
He's like,
continue.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just excited.
You are.
No, it's not at you. It's with you. Okay? Let me cook. So the billionaire who tells you, don't have a fancy dinner once a month or whatever, put an extra $500 into a money market account every month and see how, and that'll take care of you. But in reality, when you do the math, it'll get you like an extra 50 grand at the end of 30 years or whatever, right? So really, I'm saying when you do the math half the time, you're right. Maybe not with $1,000, but you actually, probably. Like either way.
I don't know.
The interest isn't there.
I'm dipping my toes into the stock market stuff. All right.
Right. Well, stock market is one thing, right?
And
I'm talking specifically about a money market account, which is basically a high yield savings account, essentially. Okay. It's the lowest risk version of a stock market. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like they'll tell you instead of, eating out, just put it into the money market account. And I'm not trying to sit here and say that doesn't help. But what I am saying is with the increase in inflation and rates in everything, that is not going to take you nearly as far as it used to. And so that's what I'm saying. Obviously, you want to pay the balance off. But if you had the money, then you probably, I know you do it specifically with your money laundering and your coke dealing, but most people.
I don't do that, just FYI.
The thoughts, opinions, and expressions of Clown Boy Ryan in no way reflect those of Judy herself, the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast, or parent company, Take a Breath Productions. All rights reserved. Copyright 2020.
All right, she really doesn't have a Netflix special about her. But my point is that most people put stuff on credit because they can't afford it. So obviously you're right, and you should pay the balance off. But if you could pay the balance off, you probably would have just paid for it.
Paid for it with what?
That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah,
you didn't have the money.
So
I'm not, because real quick, I'm not speaking about you specifically or anyone else who is responsible with money, okay? Because I think you and I can both agree. The issue with credit cards is people in general, because most people are not responsible with their money. Most people do not know, even if they think they do not know how to do a proper budget, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, you've done it through your money laundering and all your different credit cards. But most people don't understand that concept. That's what I'm trying to say. Please go ahead.
Well, now I want people to try to understand it. I want to bring this awareness because, like I mentioned before, I wasn't responsible with this shit in my early 20s or when I was like 18 years old when I got my first one.
Right. But so what I'm saying to that is that you're right. You weren't responsible, but it wasn't because people didn't tell you, hey, don't be fucking stupid. It's because we were children and we said, we're not listening to anyone. I guarantee you, your parents were like, Judy, that's not smart, Judy. Okay? I don't know what this accent is. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But they would say, don't do it. And you were like,
wow, you do that accent during AAPI month? How dare you?
AAPI?
Yeah, it's AAPI month.
African American Private Investigators Month? I didn't know they had a month. Hey, let's go! African American Private Investigators. That'll work, sure.
No, it is actually Asian American Pacific Islander month. How dare you?
Wait, did we ever figure out, are you Asian?
Because the Philippines isn't Asia. We discussed this already, right?
I know. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself on that one. I was telling Alex or the EP the other day because I may or may have not made a illegal immigrant joke, and she was like, I thought that was in the Hall of Fame, and I was like, that's the best part of the Hall of Fame, going back to visit. You got to take the tour.
It's been a while. We need another one. It's been a while.
Well, that's the issue. Is I'm happy now, so I don't ruin as many relationships. I mean, it's amazing how that happens. You're not as prone to saying shit in a suicidal manner if you care about those around you. I don't know how that works out.
Wow. But... I mean, yeah, good. good for you putting it that way. Right. Anyways, all I'm saying is, yes, there could be things to be learned about credit. And I would love, I don't know, I was really passionate about this like a few years ago when I started listening to like these finance podcasts. And I was like, damn, like I wish I had that info when I was younger. But
so what I would say to this then is that you're right. They probably should put some kind of curriculum together for students in like high school and stuff that's mandatory. Because that's the other issue is that, you know, it was never anything regarding credit, but there were like, I think it was called like personal life science class or whatever. And it basically taught you how to balance your checkbook.
I didn't even have that.
That's how fucking old I am. It has like, look, you need to have credits and debits. Oh, God. I'm so old.
Yeah, we didn't have that at all. But,
right.
but we had like a class with tools for success. And it was like how to write our resume, but we didn't really write our resume.
God, see.
Okay.
Oh, man. I'm so old. Fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
Me too.
Real quick, before we get to our guest tonight, which I'm very excited to be talking to, Quay the Bay, at Quay the Bay everywhere. And that's Bay, B-A-E. Quay, Quaythe, B-A-E, everywhere. All right. But before we get to our awesome guest, and see if Judy actually knows movies at all, I just wanted to share this with the world because it made me laugh. And at first I thought it was real. And I also want to just, to actually hold on. Before we start this, I want to give myself just a little credit. The Drizzle King once again knows all because I came across this video on the Twix. What? Oh my God.
I don't know what it is.
I came across this video on the Twix and I heard this entire thing. And at the end of it, I was like, that's not real, right? But a lot of people got fooled. And I know a lot of people got fooled because Twix, had to do a reader's added context on it, which said this is a comedy sketch. But it's such a funny comedy sketch.
Met my pops for the first time after 30 years.
Can you make it bigger?
I will try.
Out there. It don't even fucking matter where I've been.
Right? So
it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work. Okay.
No, sorry. There you go.
Either way, if you listen to it,
shit.
He met his dad supposedly for the first time after 30 years, right? And the whole time he's drunk and he's just talking shit. And I was like, I could understand this maybe being real. But then at the end, just listen to see if you can hear what I heard, okay? Come on. Really? Fucking technical difficulties all the fucking time. Oh God, why?
You be doing too much on your computer.
No, everything was working fine until you said, "Hey, can you make it bigger?" Okay, you fucking size queen.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get about 6 so far, nigga. Want to smoke a raw?
See that one? Did you hear that?
Did you say you want to smoke a rock?
Yeah, that was the moment when I was like, that ain't real. That you ain't gonna be that drunk and meet your son and ask him to smoke a rock. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just say, hey, look, I was pretty smart about some stuff on the Twix. So maybe you guys should totally follow me at TVPOD because
Although you haven't been posting much on there lately.
Because it was a fucking plague. There was a plague in my house.
I know. That's how, you know how I know it was serious is that I sent y'all a text. Well, is it Friday morning? Crickets. But I didn't notice because I was also busy Friday. I was like, oh, I haven't heard it. And then EP texted later that night. I was like, oh, girl, sorry, we're all sick with the plague. Like, I was like, oh, it's fair. It's okay.
So, sorry about that. Kind of.
Okay. It's not your fault.
Yeah, because it was a plague. Okay, it's a plague. No, I am sorry. You know I don't like missing your texts, so I just also feel defensive for some reason. Anyway, Judy, something interesting happened in your household in which you and Keith were talking about movies.
Yes.
And, well, you tell it. You tell the story.
Okay, so right before we got on here, Keith was like, oh, I want to watch A Few Good Men. And I was like, oh, I've heard of it. I know bits and pieces of it. I know like the infamous, scene with Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise yelling at each other in the courtroom, right? Like, I know that part.
I've watched that on TikTok.
But other than that, I didn't know the story. All of this, right? So, and Keith was like, yeah, it's probably like one of those classic movies. And I go, I wonder what other classic movies have I not seen? And so, Ryan and I just did a quick Google right now before we hopped on, like classic movies. Now, Ryan, show them what is considered.
When you actually look for what a classic movie is, it'll show you stuff. So we looked at the Rotten Tomatoes and they said that they define classic movies as everything released from the birth of cinema, which is at the turn of the 20th century, up until 1969. So we realized that, no shit, you haven't seen many classic movies, Judy, because they came out before your parents were born. Right?
And your parents.
I don't know. No, yeah, probably. You're right. I think my mom does post-date the Philadelphia Story of 1940. So now I will say real quick, I have seen Seven Samurai. That's one of those like Kurosawa movies that if you are into that kind of stuff, which I am, I like anime, I like samurai, I like ninjas. That's kind of one of those movies that you got to go back and watch. But yeah, no, I didn't expect you to have seen Singing in the Rain or the original 12 Angry Men or Pinocchio. Actually, you probably saw Pinocchio. Like, let's be real.
Probably bits and pieces. Yeah.
Really? You haven't seen all of Pinocchio?
It wasn't one of my favorite. It wasn't one of my favorite Disney movies, so I wasn't interested.
Come on. Yeah, but you still should watch. Like, if you had to watch the movie as a child, you probably should have sat through an entire sitting at least once. See, this is how I know that your mom and dad were like, "Don't spend money on your fucking credit card," and you were like, "Whatever, mom. Whatever, dad."
First of all, I don't think my parents have even seen Pinocchio.
They definitely saw it. Anyway,
I don't think they did.
They definitely did, and we'll talk about it a different day. We're on to a different thing. So we decided to look at the best movies, and on this list it says of the last 30 years, but that's because this list was put together in 2011. But I think
still current enough.
1980 to 2010, I think, is what would classify as a somewhat classic movie for our age group, okay?
Okay.
So, Judy, have you seen Raging Bull?
No.
Have you heard of it?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay. I know you haven't seen Gandhi. I'm not even going to fucking ask.
First of all, yes, we did, because they made us watch this in 7th grade geography.
Really?
Yes.
They made you watch it? Oh my God.
It was like a part of, our day.
What, Scarface?
Bits and pieces.
Okay. No way you've seen Rain Man.
No.
Okay. No. Have you seen Bits and Pieces even?
A Rain Man? I don't think so.
Oh, not even the part where he's eating the pancakes with a toothpick?
No.
Oh, man. See, you gotta watch these classic movies.
See, there we go again.
Any of the Indiana Jones movies?
Yes.
Which ones?
All,
and if you
all
say,
four.
I was gonna say
all five. How many
I was
is
gonna say
there?
there's five now. Yeah.
All five. Yeah.
I was about to say if you only say like Crystal Skull, I'm gonna fucking go through the camera and just Homer Simpson to Bart Simpson you. Okay.
No.
Dead Poet Society.
Nope. Although I do know Ethan Hawke and is it Josh Charles? One of them is in Taylor Swift's new video.
What the fuck is that? Okay.
In her music, because it's her Tortured Poets, and Dead Poet Society.
Do you know anything about Dead Poet Society?
No.
Other than just the Taylor Swift stuff. Goodfellas.
Yes.
You've seen Goodfellas.
I sure have.
Okay, so that's it.
Many times.
We need murder. We need murder and mayhem in the movie. Have you seen Mad Max? Any of the Mad Maxes?
I've never seen the original with Mel Gibson.
Silence
I
of the
know
Lambs.
it's in it though. No, not it's in its entirety. I will say.
Okay, what? But you saw the lotion part. You got some weird kinks. You saw the lotion part, huh?
You saw the lotion part.
God, hey, I don't kink shame. Don't say it to me like that. Okay, no. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Scent of a Woman?
I have, yes, because that's one of my dad's favorite movies.
Your dad's favorite? Your dad was fucking back before you met your mom, huh? He was fucking back then. He was. And then he met your mom. He's like, I love you. I'm going to settle down. But like, he was popping off back in the day, huh? His favorite movie is Scent of a Woman. You know he's fucking.
Not his favorite. I mean, it's.
That's a romantic man at heart, okay?
Okay.
I really need to go back and watch this movie. I really hope I didn't just just go really hard on this joke and then this movie is
I was gonna say, have you ever seen it?
I have. No, I have, but like I saw it, I don't know, pre-high school.
Years, yeah.
Right? So, and also though, just movies and stuff like that have changed. So in topicality and everything. So I might have just been like, it was a complete, what is it when they're young and you're trying to convince them to have sex with you when they're older?
I don't know what that's called.
Oh God, no, it's God damn it.
Oh, you're gonna Google it.
Yeah.
What do you call
age wait. Convincing. You gotta think smart about this.
Oh,
young.
God.
I don't want to get put on a list.
Yeah,
I don't want to get put on a list. Oh God.
Grooming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Quay Quay.
Oh,
I can already
tell. If I haven't gotten one, I've got 3 people who have sent me a text by now. It's grooming. You fucking idiot. It's grooming. Right? Yeah. I hope that I didn't just put myself in a position where now I'm going to get put on a list for grooming.
We'll just not put this on TikTok, please, because I don't want to get shadow banned. Which means now
our dickhead editor is definitely clipping this.
I won't post it. Don't worry, editor.
Oh, it somehow finds its way on Twix. I don't know what happens.
Twix is fine.
All right, we're running out of time.
Unhinged.
We're going to go rapid fire, okay?
We'll just do the top 20. Nope.
No? Okay. No. We already know you haven't seen a few.
Have you?
Yeah, of course I've seen Last of the Mohicans.
Okay, you gotta say you too, okay?
Okay, fine. I'll go back to the stuff. So I've seen Raging Bull. I've seen Scarface. I've seen Rain Man. I've seen all the good Indiana Joneses. I've seen Dead Poet Society. I've seen Goodfellas. I've seen Silence of the Lambs probably too many times. I've seen Scent of a Woman. I've seen Last of the Mohicans. I've watched the hell out of A Few Good Men.
Oh, we're almost done with it. I have 30 minutes left until I have
Oh my God, you couldn't even do it in one sitting?
Because I had to hop on here. I have a commitment.
Oh, okay. Priorities for the show. Okay. Schindler's List?
No.
You haven't seen Schindler's List? They made you watch Gandhi, but they didn't make you watch fucking Schindler's List? What is wrong with the schools of America?
I don't know, CCSD. Get it together.
Carlito's Way? Oh,
No.
Obviously I've seen Schindler's List. Carlito's Way? No?
No.
Oh, I've another one you have to watch. Shawshank Redemption?
Yes.
So this one, though, ironically enough, is the one of all the movies I've probably seen the least of, because this is the movie, it was on TBS and TNT all the time, so it would just be playing. I never really watched it, but it was on all the time when I was little. Forrest Gump.
Hell yeah, I've watched that way too many times. Yes.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Seven.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen that way too many times. I hated that guy since before it was cool to hate that guy. Okay? Mr. Spacey. We got 3 more left. Casino.
Yes.
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 Usual Suspects.
No.
No. Oh, God. You have to watch it, and you've made it this long without spoilers. You have to watch it before anyone fucking don't get in the comments on this. Stay in the comments. Leave her alone. Okay. And last but not least, Braveheart.
Yes.
Yes. Did you know that it is so fake? Like, there's so many fake things about, like, he never fucked that French queen. Okay? Never once. Now, he wasn't watching Scent of a Woman and laying it down on the ladies back in the day. No, that was your dad. Anyway, when we come back, we have a guest joining us at Quay Quay the Bay.
Way to end this.
Real quick, because I just saw, have you ever seen Heat?
Yes.
Of course you've seen Heat. That's got a ton of mass murder in it. I should have said that instead of fucking Mad Max. You're like, yeah, of course I've seen it. Just fucking blasting lead everywhere.
I saw the Mad Max with, what's his face? Tom Hardy.
Okay, see? We all know what you're into now, Judy. Okay, we all know. All right, when we come back, very excited to be speaking to this person. They are at Quay Quay the Bay. They have their own podcast, and honestly, in the couple minutes I got to talk to them for the show, it was a lot of fun, so I'm very excited to get to know them a little more. That's coming up next right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo! I almost did bye. All right, welcome back to Judy and the Mad Dog Morning Radio with Ryan and Judy. I'm sorry, that's me being a child. Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. We are joined by Quay, sorry. I'm so worried about being proper right now because we just talked about it. Joined by Quay, but you can find him /her/they them, and we will get into why we can say all those things later on. At Quay the Bay on, I know for sure on Twix. Are you on TikTok, or I know you have a podcast? Where can people find you?
I'm on everything, literally the same name on everything.
Okay.
I love that. I love that.
We could find you on Facebook?
Yeah, I actually do have a Facebook page.
You brave. I ain't fucking with Facebook.
Yeah. And OnlyFans, let's not forget.
Oh, right.
right.
Yeah, I forgot I have OnlyFans. Yeah. I do everything. I'm like Barbie.
You are. It's the best.
I'm definitely enough.
And this is an international pop star that we're talking to here, Ryan. I don't know if you know.
I don't know. I don't know anything. Please let me know what's going on. All I know is that apparently your music talks about dicks, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm very graphic in my music. I mean, I guess that's why I don't have a lot of monthly listeners.
Honestly, no. See, this is where people misunderstand, okay? Because last week on the show, we were doing the draft, and we had a friend of mine, Ramon, on the show, and he did it. He was doing his broadcast from his bedroom, right? So at some point we were talking, and I was like, "You ever put porn on?" And he was like, "No, why would you do that?" And I was like, "Because it like gives you ideas for stuff." So people need to listen to your music so that they can get better creativity. Look, I'm not saying that everyone needs an extra spark, but it's always good if you could surprise that person you're with. If out of nowhere, if you could do like a double clutch basket catch and you know, and they're like, where'd that come from? He's like, I did it for you. A double clutch basket catch.
What is that? What is that?
That's when you take a girl and you throw up in the air, but then while she's doing, you spin her and then you catch her in the basket, but at the same time, you make her land right on your dick. Right? So that double clutch because you're clutching her, you're clutching yourself to spin her to get the basket catch.
That sounds like a sequel to Chris Brown and Rihanna. Like, I'm very concerned. Like, that doesn't sound safe.
No. Except for the fact that both things. Well, no, of course, but love is not always safe. Okay, if love was safe, then I wouldn't have heard. Why do you not have pants on 3 times before the show started? Like, that's what I'm saying. Love is a very complicated thing, and sometimes I'm also not advocating that this becomes a regular thing, right? But sometimes you gotta basket clutch a motherfucker, okay? You gotta let them know, hey, don't you go out looking nowhere. I still got moves, okay?
Yeah, but those moves are pretty deadly, especially when you're approaching 40.
Wow. Okay, look, sir, I'm a Scorpio, so it doesn't matter how close to 40 I am. I've always got the moves in the basket, okay?
Yeah, enough
quick,
said.
like, yeah, all you had to say was, I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah, we know about Scorpios, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm tired
Do you
of
have, what?
No, go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was saying, I'm tired of I'm tired of Scorpios getting all this heat, right? Best we got was fucking Keke Palmer in that shitty J-Lo movie.
Oh my
Everyone's
God,
always talking about us.
Oh my God,
yes,
I watched it.
We did our watch along. We did a watch along episode to J-Lo's movie.
Okay, I need to go back and see that one because
we haven't posted it anywhere because of copyrights and stuff. But we actually did.
We're actually posting the audio this week. I was gonna post it last week, but I figured 4 hours of programming was enough for 1 week.
That was enough, yeah.
That episode, that was a 2-part episode you guys had with the draft.
It was a surprise for all of us.
Girl.
Except for Ramon, which is probably why his ass was taking a nap. He said, I got 4 fucking hours to do. I'm going to sleep.
I was like, damn, I didn't. Okay, next year I won't do that again. So I will not bring it up because I was like, damn, 4 hours was just like sitting here talking, and we weren't even we weren't even watching the broadcast.
Well, because at one point they stopped watching the draft. I mean,
I was like, you guys are really committed.
We really were committed to that whole episode.
It was one of those moments like you always hear about people like they went to war with somebody, like not against, but like we went to war together and now we're bonded. Okay. Right? That was that first moment. Like, I don't think the war is nearly over, but I think that we have stepped across enemy lines and we are more fortified for it. All right, before I get on the whole thing, what? Oh God. What? Why are you embarrassing me?
I'm not.
Don't do it.
Wait, you see, I'm always getting yelled at every time.
Why are you gaslighting me?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you did go in on her parents pretty hard earlier.
No, I have the utmost respect for them. I just can't do a Filipino accent. That's the issue. Like I'm not trying to make fun of them. I just can't do the fucking accent properly.
You don't have to do an accent, period.
No, I know I don't have to. It just happens, right? It's the same thing like when I'm talking about my dad and I give him a fucking southern drawl. He's
your mom?
Yeah, he's from fucking Snohomish, Washington. He doesn't have a southern drawl. And here I am just like, darling. But no, before I just continue to talk, I want to know more about you, Quay. So, the one thing that interests me, because honestly, and I don't know if you've seen this, I know Judy hasn't, one of my favorite movies growing up, and this probably explains a lot about who I am as a person, was To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Judy Newmar.
Classic.
See?
Absolute classic.
Judy, have you seen this movie?
No.
Judy, get out.
So I have probably watched this movie, I kid you not, no less than 100 times. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot because everybody's always overdoing it. But if you actually think about how many times you've watched a movie, you would probably get like to 20 and be like, all right, I've watched the shit out of this. I'm good. Right?
Yeah.
But this is a movie. It starred Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze and also John Leguizamo as drag queens driving out to California. And Quay, that is something that you do in your spare time.
Yeah.
And I would like to know, like, what's that life like?
So I don't really consider myself like a drag queen. I think like that's like I would never be on Drag Race. If I ever made it to Drag Race, I'd probably be like the first one eliminated, if that. I consider myself more of like a cross-dresser just for like entertainment purposes. So I dress up like a female. Are you
cosplaying as a female?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And no, like, because like I don't know if you heard me earlier. I am an anime comic book kind of person, so that's how I equate it. Like,
yeah,
you know, you're playing dress up, and that's cool.
Yeah, and I do it. I live stream, and I do it. I live stream on different apps, and I just dress up like a girl, and I just like entertain people. Have you guys ever seen Terry Joe on TikTok?
I'm not I only go on TikTok to help promote the show, and then I'm out. I'm like a TikTok ninja with it. So
yeah, he is.
If you ever looked up Terry Joe, you'd be like, I've seen this person in a meme, but it's basically just like I just like troll people online. I dress up. When I'm in drag, I go by the name Bianca. And I actually I purchased these button hip pads from the people who make the hip pads for the people for Drag Race. So it's only like this one company in the world, and I gave them my measurements, and I actually have like a fake body that I put on, and that's how I look so like curvacious and stuff.
How you look so snatched? Okay, I was wondering. I wondered about that.
No.
Okay,
so you,
I was like, ooh, girl.
So you guys,
no, I didn't get a BBL. No.
You said butt and hip pads.
Yeah.
I heard button hip pads. So I was like, you button them to the side? Like, why would you want that? So, okay, so it clicked butt and hip pads. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, I guess that they would make you look a little better, but really just lumpy. Like, I don't
Yeah, right?
I was like, dang, girl, you put in work in the gym. I believe it.
Judy, we went out for Halloween one year dressed up.
We did.
And I made like some homemade ones from like couch cushions, but I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm taking this to the next level, and I'm gonna get something custom made.
Dang, taking it the next level. I love it.
So, what would you say your wardrobe is like then? Because when I think of a drag queen, and this is also just my my brain going back to the movie, I always think of like kind of like Drag Race, where it's these really elegant dresses and all of this super fancy stuff going on, but it really could just be you in some leggings. So
yeah, no, that's like well, nowadays the kids say it's like old school drag. Yeah, I don't do any of that. I like looking like a hoe ready to go to the club. Might fuck your man and your dad. That's what I like to give.
Damn, just gonna turn the whole family.
Yeah, I just like to be like a hoe, but like, you know, like a classy hoe. Like I don't show too much skin. It's more about like the silhouette. I'm gonna like don't get me wrong. I say because I'm gonna have to go and look at your stuff at some point, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just also know that then my algorithm is gonna be full of that kind of stuff for a little while. And I'm going to have to deal with that because I'm very interested in because classy hoe does not depict to me. I will not only fuck you, but also, or fuck your man, but also your father. Like that's where my brain disconnects. But I feel like that is definitely a vibe that I would like to see. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not going to be wearing like church lady dresses and stuff. I'm not going to be wearing like gowns and all of that. No,
I just realized something. Quay, you and I are actually like, we are best friends already. And And if you know, I'm sorry to tell Judy this, but it's because I also do a version of cross-dressing as a king.
Oh my God.
The Drizzle King. All right.
He's self-proclaimed Drizzle King here.
I am not self-proclaimed.
I don't know. I've seen it so many times. I'm like believing it.
Steve or what was his name? Ryan?
Alex with the 3.
Alex with a 3 proclaimed me. And as a good civil servant, actually, I served my public so well as its king. But,
oh man!
But no, that's interesting to know that it's that it's not like the glitz and glamour is a weird way to put it. It's not so glittery. Like it's a little more toned back.
Yeah, like I get very much like pedestrian. Most of the time, people don't know that I'm like not a female. And then when
to be fair though, you look like, I'm not trying to say anything, but like you're very attractive. Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to serve a little bit of face.
You have a very nice bone structure.
I know, right?
And it's natural, right? Yeah, no work done. No work done. Thank you.
So,
great. I love it.
All right. The other thing I really wanted to know about, what's it like doing OnlyFans? Because my only experience with OnlyFans was I once met a girl who did OnlyFans, and she said that she would invite me on her show. And then she kind of said, I'm not going to invite you on the show.
It's so rude.
No, I know, she played us.
Look, I will not say she was rude. She was nice about it. She was trying to be respectful. But I think at the end of the day, she's trying to build something, and we are not in a position to help anyone build anything because we're building, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we'll see you on the way up. But what's OnlyFans like? What's that whole journey like? How did it get started? Is it as easy to do as everyone makes it seem, where you just make a video of yourself sucking a dick at a Dunkin' Donuts and then you become a millionaire? Like, what's going on?
Well, like anyone can be on OnlyFans, and it's like all about like whatever content like you want to do. Like, I'm not comfortable doing all the like sucking dick and like nudity. Well, at least not yet. So I tap into like the fetish market. So I literally show like my manicures and like my pedicures, and it's like pretty pictures of me like cross-dressing, and people just like have like weird requests. Like one time I got a request from this guy. He wanted me to pour like maple syrup on my toes for $50.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you do it? Yeah.
Gas money.
Like,
hell yeah.
I'm a struggling homeowner. I needed that $50 for a water filter.
I wouldn't even have put actual maple syrup. I would have just stolen like an empty carton from a local breakfast spot and put like dirty water in it or something. Like, but it's definitely getting poured over them toes.
Hell yeah. Money is money.
Money is money. That's true. Is that the weirdest request you would say you've had, or there's some like a little more extreme ones you don't want to share? That's okay too.
I get like weird requests when I live stream a lot. It all depends on like where I live stream, but I get like really weird requests. One of the apps I stream on is this app called, can I say it? Like names?
Yeah, of course.
It's this app called Kick. I think like a lot of people used it like back in the day for like just chatting, but now they have like a live streaming feature.
Ooh.
Anyway, people are always asking me to do weird stuff. Like there was this one guy, he refers to himself as a feeder. And he wanted to just like buy me dinner. Like he would just like DoorDash me food, and he wanted to just like watch me eat.
Ooh. Now, did you give out your real address, or how did that work?
No, I never actually did it. did it.
Oh, I was like, dang, girl, free dinners. Like,
no, for that exact reason. I was like, I don't want you to know. Like,
right.
just sell me some money, and I'll buy my own dinner, and I'll do it.
Of course.
Like,
I really need you to have this specific Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, they won't know it.
good call. Because honestly, like I would have, we already saw. I almost got myself put on a list in the last.
I know.
segment,
Yeah,
right?
I'm so happy you didn't look that up.
So I mean, I definitely thank you for bringing this to my attention about how people can kind of trick you. Because I would just be like, I could go for some ribs right now, actually. And then next thing I know, like he's at my house, and so
with the ribs, wanting to feed you.
Oh, God, I didn't even think about the fact to be him. Ah!
Yeah,
I just thought like eventually he would get to my house, like I would get the ribs, and like days later he would show up.
No, he's delivering those ribs.
Personally hand delivering.
I'm not built for this live stream life. Okay,
That's
so.
great. Oh.
How often, because you have a lot of stuff going on with the live streaming and the podcasting and the
album recording.
The album recording and the OnlyFans, how do you find time to be able to do everything?
I don't. I'm always like delayed on something. Like something always has to like be sacrificed. So like if I'm working on like music and I'm live streaming, then I'm like not recording my podcast.
Okay.
Like, for example, I think I recorded like a couple episodes last year, and then I didn't record another episode for like 11 months because I was focusing on everything else.
Okay, so you were focusing, like you said, on the music at that time.
Yeah, music and live streaming, because I do make money from live streaming. So
like, what's your live stream is, like you said, it's you doing feet stuff. So that probably would make it.
That's my OnlyFans. When I'm live streaming, I'm just, like I'm just entertaining and talking to people, and being like a pretty girl.
I got them crossed over because that was the OnlyFans. You're right, but the request came in on Kick.
Yeah,
the feeding, so that's why I got confused. Okay, that's on.
Yeah, it's like a crossover. It's like I live stream to try to like promote the OnlyFans. I also have a pay menu too, where like people can like do like special requests. Like some guys like want me to have phone sex with them. Sometimes like people just want me to like video chat with them, like dress as a girl.
Pause. Did you do the phone sex?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Look, I don't want to ruin this man's family, but like, how did that go? Because when I think of phone sex, it's like something from 1983 where you do. Hi, for a hand job, dial 1. For a reach around, dial 2. Right, and then they got you to the person, how does it how do you get into it when it's requested? Because this is just for people who don't do that kind of stuff, or maybe just want to relive their good times. How does that work?
So I'm not like part of an agency or anything. I just have like a Google Voice number.
Ooh,
and so you use the Google
Smart.
Voice number, you give it out to anyone, any of the customers, and it's like if they get crazy, you just change it.
Okay. And then did they lead the
conversation?
It's like you have to like know your clientele.
Right.
I just know how these like guys are.
Who is throwing the double clutch basket? Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
You and this double clutch basket. I don't know.
Listen, nobody's throwing my big ass in the air. So
okay, no, but God, okay. I'm trying to get this done. Okay, give us if
we don't want to get banned, don't give us anything overly sexual.
I'm gonna get shadow banned again. Okay.
Yeah, we already got shadow banned.
I can just give you like the gist. Like most of
see, that's the smart thing. I was gonna role play.
He wants you to go that. He's like Ryan's like I'm the customer.
Judy knows me. So yeah, give us the gist of what's going on.
It's so bad because like I do when I'm in drag, and like most drag queens say this too. Like there's like this feminine voice that I literally can't do unless like I'm in a wig, and then my voice like it sounds like somewhere between like Hillary Banks and Paris Hilton. And but guys are really into it. They really are into it.
Yeah, I can.
I'm selling the full female fantasy, and so they just like to like role play that on the phone.
Well, yeah, because that's the daddy voice, basically, right? Like,
yeah,
that's the voice that
like in reverse.
Yeah, it makes him feel like fucking big and strong and powerful and everything. Not that I'm into Paris Hilton or honestly, I had a fucking thing for Hillary Banks back in the day. Oh my God. Until like season 5 or 6 when the young sister got older, then I was all about her. Let's go. But
she's legal now.
Hey, no. Look, I know I'm old. I was fucking 10 when that show came out.
No,
okay?
she was older than us.
Right. Yeah.
Calm down. I'm not getting put on a list for fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, okay? I refuse.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love it. How did you come up with Bianca? Like, why you're like, I just like that name. Like, that's gonna be my alter ego type thing, or
okay,
what?
this is actually like really like random. But do you guys know of the movie Juice, right?
Of course.
All right, so at the end of the movie.
Wait, pause real quick. Judy, have you seen it? We got another one.
Okay, but you have to know.
But
the
I know of it. Okay.
You know the guy at the very end of the movie is like, "You got the juice now."
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that you?
No, listen.
Okay.
So my aunt used to babysit that guy's kids. So when I went to stay with my aunt in the summer.
Wait, pause. Because in that movie, it's like a teen in the movie. So you're saying that he grew up and then he had kids and your aunt would watch those people.
He wasn't even that young. He just looked young.
Okay.
Like he had,
Black don't crack. I get that.
Yeah. So my aunt used to babysit his kids. So when we stayed with her in the summer, we would go hang out with them. And he had twins and they were named Christian and Bianca. And I was like, oh, that's such a cute name. So I always thought it was just like a cute name.
And then you grew up, you're like, I'm gonna be Bianca.
I'm gonna be Bianca. I think that's pretty. I want to be pretty like that name.
Okay.
I get that. I can understand why nobody thinks that I have any African American in me. When I grew up, I always thought the cool name was Zach.
Maybe because of Power Rangers.
No, it wasn't because of Power Rangers, because they fucking played my man in that show. But no, it's because
they gave him an extra finger though. Like he only has 9 fingers, right?
I did not know that.
What?
The actor who played Walter Jones only has 9 fingers. They gave him an extra finger. Like they made him look like.
I just watched Brink the other day, and I'm sure that I saw 10. I gotta go rewatch that. Is that why they had him in the cast half the movie?
Probably.
So they didn't have to pay for the extra digit. We've run out of the digit budget, guys. Put him in a cast.
See, now the more you know.
It was because for me, it's because Saved by the Bell. I thought Zach Morris, which also tells you why we just need to, like, this is why I go back to the thing about the credit and how kids are just stupid. And no matter how much you preach the correct thing, they're going to do dumb stuff. Because as someone who was 28, forget the 38-year-old version of me, as 28, I could have seen that Zach Morris was just a terrible fucking human being. And he did nothing but try to ruin relationships, gaslight people, take advantage, like terrible stuff. But young Ryan was like, I want to be a Zach. So
they made him look cool.
But no, Bianca is a much better name than Zach is where I'm coming from with that. Like,
yeah,
I could because it's like classy, but also like you said, fun and sexy at the same time.
Yeah,
I feel like it could also be a little ratchet. I like it.
Yeah, my main role playing, like, it's so funny we're bringing up like Power Rangers, because a lot of guys, they get like some of these apps will tell you where you are. They'll tell people where you are like geographically, and I think that's like very weird. So when people they'll say, "Oh, Bianca, where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Angel Grove, California." And they're like, "Well, what do you do for work?" And I'm just like, "I'm a guidance counselor at a high school."
In Angel Grove, California.
Yeah, but some of these guys are dumb though. Some of these guys are really dumb. If you look on the Bianca Instagram,
I would fall for that. I would totally fall for that. Look, no, I would fall for it until I looked it up, right? But I'm saying it's like Springfield, USA. Like it sounds like a place that should be real. maybe also because I watched too much Power Rangers. Anyway, when you brought that up, I swear to God, I thought you were gonna say these guys have Power Ranger fetishes.
Yeah, and I thought you were gonna say you dressed up like. I was like, oh damn,
like you dressed up like Zach.
Or like the Pink Ranger, it's yeah.
When I do dress up for Halloween though, like I get the most attention. I wore one of I went out 5 times for Halloween this year, and one of the costumes I wore was a cow costume.
5 times?
Yeah.
We love Halloween.
Yeah, it's the best.
I mean, like on the same night 5 times, or just
no,
5 times? Like over the course of how many days?
Over the course of over a week.
That's still a lot, man. 5
I know.
times.
Yeah, I had to wear the corset.
It's a lot.
God, y'all, none of. I don't know. I'm just like I think my entire life just flashed before. Like that was such a traumatic thing. Hearing that you went out 5 times in a single week for fun, that was so traumatic for me. Like my entire life flashed before my eyes, and I short circuited. I apologize.
You're like, when was the last time I went out 5 nights in 1 week?
Well, no, because I do that all the time because of baseball or this or that, but it's never for social reasons. It's because of commitments, right?
Listen, I don't really like interacting with people too much since COVID. So that was it. That's my whole social calendar. I have nothing planned socially until Halloween.
So I guess I would say to you on that one, if you enjoy doing the Halloween stuff so much, why wouldn't you then try to broaden the horizon of going back into society a little more just in general?
I just feel like when you live stream and stuff, you get to control the social interaction.
Okay.
If I'm over it, I can literally just turn my phone off. Yeah. Just leave.
Just exit.
Just imagine when you're out with someone, you're like, oh, we got to pay the bill. Oh, I got to get my stuff. I got to drive home now. It's just too much. I like to just be all right, I'm done with you guys. Bye.
See, this is all, I don't. This that's the one thing about live streamers I don't vibe with. I'm sorry. And this is that right there. I'm the kind of person, and it's also because of the fucking morning radio regiment background where you have to be on the air at a certain time and you have to be off the air by a certain time and all that stuff. And there's an expectation that person, when you turn the radio on, you're gonna hear that voice, right? So, and I've worked with people who have come solely from the social media aspect of stuff. And that's how they looked at it, just like yourself. Guess what? The best thing about running your business is I don't want to do this. I don't have to do this. Fuck you, I'm out. And to me, and obviously you wouldn't do it like that. So I'm sorry that I'm putting you in this kind of picture, right?
You know what? I probably would though.
Okay. Well then, to me, that feels just so disrespectful to your listeners and your viewers and all that stuff. And I get it. That's also kind of probably the persona that you have with them. So it works for you, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. In my brain, it's don't do that. And it starts whipping me. Don't you stay on. You do all 4 hours of the draft. Kapah! And then because she knows I'm going to do it, Judy feels compelled to do it. So that's how we just end up doing the entire first round of the draft and having no voice the next day.
You're right, though. It is kind of abusive to the audience, though. But that's how you keep them in check, These guys need to be obedient.
No, 1,000%. In radio, you do it by making them listen to the commercials, right?
Exactly.
So
that's exactly it.
I totally get it. And it's also in live streaming and everything, it's a level of access that has never been seen before in media.
True.
Right? So I get it. It's different. And that's what I'm trying to say is I don't want to call it unprofessional. It's just it's one of those things in my brain. I've been conditioned to think that way. Right.
Yeah.
Now it can be, because the time that it happened with the guy that I'm talking about, he was fucking unprofessional as fuck, right? But with you, I feel like it's more all right, you bitches, I've been doing this long enough, so I'm just gonna go and chill out. Bye. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like you wouldn't just out of nowhere be I'm not doing the thing I said I was gonna do unless you were then doing something else related to like media. Like you wouldn't just go home and smoke a joint and be like done for the day.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had some things to say about that coworker.
Clearly.
Oh.
I love it.
So, Quay, I know that you were really, really excited to talk sports today. Don't worry. We're not. I mean, we're not. There's some, the one thing I just want to say real quick, and this is not me, we're not talking about it, I just want to bring it up. I am in my Max Verstappen Grand Prix hat. I love Max Verstappen. He's gonna go back to back this weekend. He's gonna win the sprint and he's gonna win the Miami GP. And that's all we're gonna talk about as sports go. I just want to throw that out there.
I know I have no idea who that is either.
It could be a person he made up, and I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Don't start this, okay? Don't start this, because my mom. So my friend Ramon, who I've known since fucking high school, he's been on the show twice. She was listening to it last week, and she's like, "Ramon's a real person?" I was like, "Yeah,
yes.
What'd you think?" And she's like, "I thought the last time he was on, you were just doing a voice the whole time.
Oh my
You're
God.
so creative."
She did.
Right? So don't start saying that I'm making people up, please, because that's gonna become a fucking thing. But no, I'll keep it brief because this is something I'm super passionate about right now. Like I'm the kind of person I kind of bounce from thing to thing to thing, and this is one of the things that I'm like really into right now, which is Formula One racing. And he is the 3-time world champion, and he's currently leading in the points as we are progressing through this season. So he's with Team Red Bull, which is the team that I am actually glad to be a fan of, because a team named after an energy drink just sounds like the most American thing that could fucking possibly happen, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, I'll stop right there. I never get to talk F1 on this show, not because Judy doesn't let me, because if I had to, I'd crowbar it in like I'm doing now. But I know that it's not Judy's thing, so I try not to talk about it, even though I got the dope sounder, right? I got the dope sounder, so I got to use it every now and then. But because I respect family, I'm not going to keep talking.
I hate it.
Is that a soundboard you're using?
Yeah, it's a Stream Deck.
I love it.
He has so many. There's so many on there now.
Oh my God. I don't know what you're talking about.
I made it. I made it to the sound effects. I love that.
What did have you told Quay about what I said to get you to say that?
No, I don't even remember.
You don't remember? Oh man, I forgot.
Was it something about sucking dick? It's usually one of the I think it was.
Okay. So, Quay, you're a very open person.
Yeah,
you're a very open individual. I would say that I am similar in that way, in which I overshare a lot of stuff. What trauma brought this onto you that you are so open? Because I mean, this show is just me explaining all the different traumas that I've been had
it's a
over
therapy
my life.
session, really.
Yeah.
So, like, what was the trauma that happened to you that caused you to be able to be this open? Like, whose dick did you see at way too young of an age that you were just like, oh, okay, so this is what's happening now?
Wait, so are you asking me, like, why I'm an oversharer, or like...
I'm saying, what was it in your childhood that has caused you to, to be more looser than, let's say, normal society?
Oh, that's a really good question.
That's why I asked it. That was such a dick move. I'm sorry.
I think like when you're like in the closet, for being like a queer person, like once you're like out, you're like, oh, I'm free.
Okay,
like,
there's no going back.
So,
yeah,
no, that's fair. This is my privilege speaking, and I don't say that as a joke. I say that seriously. I am I'm a straight multicultural male, and I say that because if I didn't tell you I was black, you wouldn't fucking guess it. But I grew up in a very open household. My mom was always trying to teach me about how everyone is equal. And like I just said, or was talking about earlier, Tu Wong Fu was a movie that I've watched growing up. So I don't always think about the fact that you guys have to, you people, I apologize, have to go through that struggle, right? And having to feel like you, especially when we live in a day and age where that's not nearly as common in our society. The fact that you did have to go through that is something that I'm glad that you brought up, because, you know, it's, if you don't know someone's pain, then you cannot ever understand their story, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for because that makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, if I was fucking hiding an aspect of me,
of course,
for decades, yeah, I would fucking. It would be so much worse for you people. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Instead of one half is therapy sessions, the whole episode.
We would do a podcast every single day. Okay. We would be like Quay Quay. We'd have a podcast. We'd have a live stream. Oh, question for you: do you have a Patreon?
No, but I was thinking about getting one. I think because I have like an OnlyFans, I'm just like, okay, but
that
the OnlyFans is only. The OnlyFans is more like just like the Bianca stuff. I don't really do anything for the Quay stuff because I feel like I don't have like enough fans. Like if I made a Patreon, who's gonna like, you know?
See, so this is we are going to do. We were conversing about it earlier this week. We're gonna start doing one, and you're right. There's probably nobody who is going to, other than my mom. My mom's definitely going to, support the channel.
Shout out to your mom, though.
Yeah, I know, 100%.
Yeah,
but always. She's also
she's a day one.
We're gonna have like 3 different patrons, and my mom will just have made 3 different accounts
to support.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's love, but we're gonna do it because guess what? Of those 43 people that follow us on YouTube right now, if any of them want to support us, the $2 a month that I might get from 2 different people giving us $1 helps, right?
It does.
It helps. And it also, not even financially, because I'm not, and no disrespect when I say this, obviously, until it becomes enough money to be helpful. And I think we all understand what I mean by when I say that.
Of course.
It's not, but it does let the creator, and I'm speaking for all creators when I say this, it does let the creator know that there is a point to what they're doing, that there is at least one person out there that is like, I really, really fucking love everything that you do and I want to support you, right? So that's why we are going to do it, just so that we can have that communication through it. But I mean, honestly, with you have all the different things. Like, I only do this, and I tell people to get in the comments, and then they just don't. So like, I'm
no,
trying.
You guys did have a comment, but Judy, you weren't loyal. You should have had his back. Okay.
TikTok is different. TikTok is different. She for all the shit that I get for being the king, she's the queen. Okay.
Oh, of course.
I'm the drizzle king, but Judy is Queen Judy, and by that I mean everyone is her subject. She is a woman of the people. And guess what the woman of the people needs? An enemy. And he's right here, baby. Put up your dukes.
Oh, no. All right.
I should have saw that coming. I don't know why I was like so shocked by that.
That's one of my superpowers. It's one of my superpowers as I pull you in. So, the other one I have is I'm very empathic. What, oh man? I am empathic.
I didn't say oh man. It was like oh man for like earlier. It's kind of, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was like a delayed response.
It's like she's literally gaslighting me. I fucking heard her say oh man. That makes sense though. But no, like that's one. I don't know how I got on the superpowers thing. Anyway, we got like 3 minutes left. Okay. So, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you would want to talk about
or promote, or for our listeners?
First of all, Ryan, you really inspired me. I think I want to make a Patreon now. When you were talking, I was like, I almost teared up. I was like, yeah, you're right. Just that
You're
one
right.
person.
I need to do this for the people.
Just that one person.
It'll be the same username.
Exactly.
Oh, it's at TABPOD. Look at that.
No, I mean, just like follow me on social media. I'm always like posting stuff. Like whenever I like release a new song or release a podcast episode, like you'll just see it there.
Okay.
Are we getting a new album this year?
I don't know about this year. I think Rihanna might release a new album before me.
Girl, I think she knocked up again. I don't know about that. I don't think we're ever gonna get a new album from Rihanna, so I'm not holding my breath on that one.
No, I'm releasing a new album, but like because I recorded my first album like in quarantine, so I had like the time. I don't really have the time as much, so I'm doing like one single at a time until you get like 14, 15 tracks, and I'm like, hey, I have an album, guys.
Just do LPs. Just release like little mini albums.
No, I like saying like that I have an album. Like my album is called Girl, I have an album.
See, this is why you're fucking Bianca. I felt it just now.
You felt it,
that
right?
was the moment where it was like, okay, I get it.
Can you tell us the name of your podcast?
Oh, my podcast is called Girl, I have a podcast. It's also on my Tumblr right here. Girl.
I love merch. We love the merch. Don't you have a tote bag too?
I do. So everything. I made like a TikTok commercial like promoting all the merch. So just DM me if anyone wants any merch.
I love it. It's so
Definitely.
Great.
Well, we will make any. Honestly, yeah. This was a super fucking fun 40 minutes, 45 plus, because let's be honest, I forgot to hit the timer partway through. Of course, it's part of the show.
Yeah.
But it was a super fun 45 minutes with you. So yeah, please go check out at Quay the Bay, wherever you can find them, and go check out their OnlyFans. Would you do mustard?
Hell yeah, if they're paying.
Okay. All the condiments. Ketchup, mayo, just throw it all in there.
Anthrax, I don't care.
Whoa, okay. We have to have some standards, okay? Like, I think you might need a manager in order to get. Okay, we'll talk. All right. That is the gong. The gong says that we have talked enough. Man, seriously, thank you so much for coming on the show. We got to have you back on.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you guys for inviting me. This was so exciting. I'm like so happy.
Also, I know your show is just you, but like if you ever want one of us on, Judy will be more than happy to do it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, actually, I tried to get on Quay's schedule one time, like maybe a year or so ago when they were popping. But then our schedules didn't mix up, so
yeah,
it's okay.
We're like all in different time zones.
Yeah,
we are. We literally are.
You stayed up super late. I know that it's your Friday and everything, but you stayed up super late to do the show with us because you did it on our time schedules. Thank you again for that. Like,
of course.
Really, just so appreciative. And yeah, definitely, if possible, this year I would love to get you back on the show.
Look, I'll come back tomorrow if you want.
What is this? Everyone's trying to steal my show. Everyone just show. Okay.
A conversation with Judy, Ryan, and Quay.
And Ramon. And now my mom will want it. And then the EP will need a square. Oh,
it'll be like the Brady Bunch.
Ah! All right, on that one, we just want to say thank you guys again for listening. Please make sure to follow the show at TABPOD. And we will be here next week on a conversation with Judy and Ryan. And that's it. Bye!